Season 6 of the Global Rugby Challenge is almost here, and today we'll be having a short video updating you all that have signed up, where you'll be, what your player looks like, and how ready you will be for the start of the new season. So join me and let's go on an adventure through our so far four teams we will be joining with the GRC in season number 6. But before we get too deep into the players who have signed up already, which of you have, thank you all so much. It's been a blast. We've got a whole pile of new players, and we're going to have at least one new team in this season as well. But if you don't know what the Global Rugby Challenge is, or otherwise we call it the Subscriber Series, this will be a little short piece here at the start just to explain exactly what this amazing competition is. So simply put, the GRC is a competition where you guys take the field against the elite players of the world, and of course against each other. You can have your very own player in one of our subscriber teams. Let us know who your player is, names, positions, heights, weights, skills, where they like to play, what they're not good at, colour of the hair, facial hair, any sort of stat about your player that you want to be personalised to you, and we can make that happen for you here on Rugby Challenge 4. You then get put into a team with other subscribers, players as well, and then take on the leading teams from around the globe, as well as the other subscriber sides, which you'll see in just a moment. So if you want to get involved, it's very simple. Subscribe to the channel and get your player in the comments section below, and we can add it in. And then the next update, which will be the final update as well. So if you do want to get involved, make sure you put your comment in today's video as soon as you can. Also, those of you who have already put your player in, if you want to make any changes, now is the time to let me know. Again, you'll be seeing all your players, where they sit. If you want to change teams, if you want to look a little bit different, if you don't like the colour of your hair, any little thing like that, let me know in the comment section, or of course join us on Discord, link in the description, or finally you could come hang out with us streaming over on Twitch. Again, link in the description, and we can do it live right there straight away just for you, because you know you're a special one out there. So if you want to get involved, now will be about your last chance to join season 6 of the Global Rugby Challenge. If you want to see more, stick around. We'll be having a look at the players that'll be joining this season. Oh, and how good does this new logo look as well? Super fancy, I love it. Wait till you see the kits. So like I mentioned just before, yes, it seems like we are going to be having 4 teams in this year's season. We've got a whole new team with a player that's only about 3 or 4 players short, plus our already 3 subscriber sites have an extra 1 or 2 players in the squad, which will allow for long-term injuries. That's right, no more one game out injured. If you get injured maybe in season 6, you will possibly spend some time out of the game, which makes things all that little bit more exciting when that player goes down injured. So again, if you want to get involved, there is still spots available, so make sure you get down in those comments right now. Pause. Do it right now. Quick. We'll wait. We'll wait for you. That's enough time. We're moving on, and we're starting here off with the Guardians. We've done a little bit of a reshuffle. The Flakers, the Guardians, I want to kind of change it to their own sort of identification. So the Guardians are going to be the defending champions from season number 5. Of course, if you didn't tune into last season, you can still go do so. Sure, I may have spoiled it for you a little bit, but this is the team that will be out to defend their crown. And you look to their kits as well, very flash and very well designed kits by Jack Sheps and of course Sandra Lambrex, who have done amazing work over these kits you'll be seeing for the next 3 sides as well as the Guardians. So this is what they'll be wearing for the season. The Guardians, as you may well know, are typically a team based out of the UK sort of regions. This team, you'll see the team in just a moment, definitely holds true to that heritage. So these are the kits they're going to be wearing. We've got the nice white and red and blue with the straight up kind of retro Lions look for the away strip. Great looking kits, great work on as well. Can't wait to see them in action in this season. Moving forward to the players, and here we go. Let's take a little quick look at through all the players named in this team. We've got about 24, 25 for each side at the moment. Again, places still available. Hey, if we can get 30 players per team, even add one more team, hey, the options are endless. We have open teams available if you want to get involved. So we'll kick things off, no particular order. This is just how they were added, how they were created into the team. So just because you've got a name here at prop does not mean your player will be playing at prop. And of course, remember, if you do want to know any more details about the series, there's an earlier video that gives a lot more introduction as to how it's best to set out your player. Because you'll see here, and this season's a bit better, but there's a lot of players now who are wanting to play in the forwards, which is great for the series and great for rotation of players and everyone getting their chance to impress. So let's start things off here with the Englishman. Very impressive in Season 5, Levi Smith. If you want to see your player more in depth, give the video a pause when he's up on screen, because I'm going to try to go through these as quick as possible, or it's going to be about a 6-hour video. And, you know, just watch a stream and we'll go through it there. Levi Smith starts us off, loose head prop. We saw his exploits throughout the season. Very, very good. Also, you may notice here that Mr. Jason Mitchell, 85 rated, whereas the other players we've looked at, 82 rated. Why, you may ask? Well, Mr. Mitchell is a very, very valued sponsor and supporter of the channel, whether it be a subscription on Twitch, a membership on YouTube, or even a Patreon. All options available. You can do so for as little as $1. If you want to get a little bit extra, like Mr. Jason Mitchell here, you can do so. Make sure you get it done. Let me know in the comments or on Discord or wherever you can find me that you have done so, and we can make the edit before this season gets underway. Very crucial. Do it quickly if you want to do it, so we can make sure we make the edit before the season starts, because if the season begins, we can't change the players, unfortunately. So Jason Mitchell, I say thank you, sir, for your commitment to helping out the channel. A very good player. Hooker, prop as well. Got a little boost this season as well. Should see him stepping up to the plate for the Guardians. Shane Gibbons, one that come on late for the Guardians through Season 5. Good adept player. Played a little bit in the back row last season as well. It's good to have that versatility in these teams. Harry Andrews returns, but will he stay at the Guardians? Well, we'll see when the season kicks things off. At the moment, that's where he's looking like he's having a home. Moving on, Milton Simiyu, another Englishman, big, powerful second row, back row player. Love to see him back again. James Wanyama, part of the trio of Brothers of Destruction, really. The Wanyama boys. We've got James there. We've got Michael here, another back rower, and we've also got Adunga coming soon. Then we got the man himself, captain for the team. Here's another little tidbit for you. We will need another captain for the Pacific Tower. Oh, I've spoiled it. But yes, looks like we'll be having a fourth team from the Pacific Tower. This is a team that will need a captain because, like Jack Sheps here, is the man captaining the Guardians of the Crib. Last season, we used it with all three sides having a captain that looked after the bulk of team selection and rotation. Proved pretty successful. Extra layer of commitment and responsibility for the teams as well. Was very, very fun to see. So Jack Sheps will be the captain. Of course, if you want to be involved yourself, you can. Discord is the best place to have these chats about the teams and the players, and of course with captaincy makes it very, very simple as well. So welcome back, Mr. Sheps, for another season. Moving on, we've got Archer Godfrey, an absolute stud from Season 5, and he's back again for the Guardians. Isaac Fishure, a big combination, a big minute player as well at scrum half predominantly for another Englishman. Like we say, these guys UK based specifically, so let's see what they can do this season. Wanyama looking to defend that crown. This time it's Adunga on the wing / fullback. Jan Davis returns, the Welshman. Had a pretty interesting season, played all through the team and was very, very, very good wherever he put up his hand. We've got Callum Ewing returning for another season as well. Very destructive player and shone very well in midfield, which is surprising considering not one of his positions he lists, but very good there. Here is Tavio Slavers, played very well throughout the season, and now the team did its job when called on. And Heston Gardner, what a man, what a player he was in season number 5. A lot of returnees here for the Guardians, but we do see a few new names coming in at the bottom. Michael Joseph rounds out the substitute start, even though he could possibly be playing anywhere in the back row. Elliot Knight, another Englishman, joining the squad as well. Don Butler, he made competition for that number 10 jersey. Very, very interesting, and he returns for yet another season with the Guardians. Moving into Scott Andrew now, adept in their backline, midfield and fullback for another Welshman. Then we've got John McKenzie back as well, Scottish heritage here, fullback, fly half, again versatile, playmaking sort of player. Good to see him back in the team. Also, got that wee boost on you there. John, you'll be loving that. Steve, Kitman, Tekogs, well, he was the OG Kitman, and it's only good to represent what this series has come from. And Steve Tekogs did some great job as the Kitman originally in the first 4 or 5 seasons of this series. Moving through, Rodrigo Martins lines up again, a depth on the wings, good depth here for the Guardians. And then we have, of course, Flake, who could be making a move, but a requested trade by the captain, a player in, a player out for the Guardians and the Flakers. Flake has made his way over to the Guardians, maybe looking for another crown. Then we've got a couple of extras here at the bottom. It's good to have that over 23 players, so now injuries can really start to take effect. We've got Chris McCartney. What a man, what a beard, what a powerful player he looks to be. New to the series this season. Looking forward to what Chris can pull out of the bag. Then we've got Alex Hunter, another Scotsman, fly half / fullback. He looks like he's going to be well adept at taking this series to pace. So let's see how those new boys go, and I think that rounds out the Guardians for season number 6 so far. Now, of course, the team they beat in the final was the All Flakes. Now, the All Flakes have had a real rejuvenation of their brand throughout this off-season. You may see a great new-looking logo there for the All Flakes as well. Great to see that. A little bit up with the times now, up with the likes of the Flakers and the Guardians and the Tower as well. We've got nice little scoped and out beautiful logos as well. So good to see the All Flakes joining that trend. And here we have a look at their new kits for the new season. Great. Black and white, very much sticking with the trend of what this team is all about, Southern Hemisphere rugby, and typically taking that name of the All Flakes off that other brand we all know so well. So how does this team shape up, looking to go back-to-back to finals? Let's take a look at this side. Now we start off Shady Streetwalker, the big man with the big beard. Love to see him back in that front row as well. Then we've got Daniel De Silva, not in the front row, but a good snipey little scrum half joining the season yet again. Then we've got the main man, the captain himself, Zandre Lambrex again. Another one like Jack, who has helped out a lot of these kits. So a lot of thanks go out to these guys for the work that they've done, because I tell you what, kit making is a pain in the ass. Very difficult, very hard, but it's good to see the commitment and great to see these new kits in action. So big thanks, Andre, and good to see that racing up there as well. Here's a standout man from Season 5, Sam Fenwick. Love to see him back in the action again, sticking with the All Flakes. Then we move to JC White. Whoa, what a season the big number 8 had for the All Flakes, leading from the back of the pack, but from the front in terms of performances. We've got Kyle Van der Maat, I should say, a newcomer to the team. Kyle Van der Maat, a good inside centre / number 8, powerful, with a bit of pace as well. We'll see what Kyle can get up to here, new man in this All Flakes side. Then we've got Humad Recleef. Man, what a player this guy is. Simply sensational, and just goes to show, having that extra rating does make you a better player, but I tell you what, these 82 rated guys, they are just as good at 82 as well. What a player Recleef was in Season 5. Nathaniel Edwards returns back to the All Flakes as well. Another season here for the Australian. And we've got Andrew Smith, more representation from South Africa to join these All Flakes. Moving on to Braxton Kalin, the form of the core of this All Flakes side, returning for Season 6 as well. And Henley Lynx joining up for his second consecutive season here with the All Flakes. Moving through, Dean Mumberg's had a little bit of a trim, a little bit of a going over, a bit of a glow up, as they say, for Dean Mumberg. Looks a little bit nicer, a little bit more rounded stats for the big, let's say, linchpin midfielder for this All Flakes team. Henko Thiart, well, this hero of the finals for the All Flakes, certainly scoring tries in that final round game against the Guardians. Who would forget what he did to get the All Flakes that big scalp on that fateful day? We've got Noah Cooper returning for another season as well for the All Flakes. Again, good half combination option for the Flakes. Then we've got Emmanuel Labisi, big powerful man that plays in the halves. Interesting combination, but he gets that job done. Moving through, Don Davis, another man to have a little bit of a glow up here. Good to see. Thanks for the messages. Got your messages. Got the player, Don Davis. How good does he look? Caveman. Literally just pulled right out of a cave. Play some rugby, lad. Away you go. He looks phenomenal yet again. We've got Tegan Wright returning for another season as well. good option in that backline. Henley Bukes returns for the double Henley combination for the All Flakes. We've got Caleb Cairns, big power man as well, looking to enforce himself on that wing once more for moving through to Christian Nord, a man who has gone under a little bit of, well, transformation, some may say. On the wing last season, has moved himself to the back row. He's got the power, he's got the pace. He should be a welcome addition to that All Flakes pack. Move on to Adrian Townsend, who was, well, very much a prominent part of the explosiveness in that backline, and the Australian returns yet again for another year. Speaking of prominent parts, Brett Hartley played a great part for the All Flakes season in that second row. Great line-out exponent, and that is what every team needs. Then we move through to Dill the Thrill. Here we go, the man we've just had to get involved. Such a big part of the channel. Sorry, Dill, we've got to get you into the team, got to get you into the game. Welcome along. Let's see how you go. Jean Dion. I'm assuming it's Jean, like Jean de Villiers, right? South African. Got to get that sort of Jean, little Frenchy sort of appeal to it from the South Africans. Great option here. Number 8, Lock. Good to see you joining this All Flakes side. We've got John Smith as well, a good outside centre / fullback. We'll look to see how he impresses as these seasons roll on through. And then that is it for the All Flakes. Again, extra couple players, love to see it. Player movement may be happening. So this gets us to the halfway point of the teams involved in Season 6 of the GRC. We're here with the Flakers, who finished, well, in the semi-finals in Season 5. There's no 3rd and 4th playoff, so I guess top 4 finish for the Flakers. Good to see them back for another year as well. Now, a team predominantly selected from North America / anywhere that doesn't quite fit in. So this is where we'll see a lot of the Canadians, the Americans. We do see a lot coming from just weird countries, Norway, not typically big rugby countries. You'll see as we go through some of them as well. A few Portuguese in there, not to mention some other odd kind of rugby countries. So let's see how we go with these Flakers. Once again, going more of the Flakers as well, giving them their own sort of identity going forward. A bit of a reshuffle of their kits as well, going away from the bright striking yellow, something a bit more tame for them. We'll see how we go building up to the season, but very good contrast. I don't think we're going to see kit clashes here with that beautiful purple kit as well for the Flakers. Let's have a look at their team. Starting things off with Hugo Lambrex. Okay, here we go. Another big Lambrex, this time the brother of the All Flakes captain, moving his way into that front row once again for the Flakers. Ben Bobs returning for yet another season also as well. Again, you may see some funny countries here like New Zealand in with the Flakers. This is all about balance, right? We can't have a team with 8 fly halves and no props, right? So there is a bit of balancing that may happen. So if you do find, hey, I'm a lock and I see that this team has no locks, I want to go and try be a core part of that team. Remember, the less of that position in the team, the more those players are going to play. Obviously, that's why I say if you want to play a lot, be a forward. You will play pretty much most games, whereas wingers, you're going to get rotated every couple of games, if not worse. So it's always a good way to get involved with the front row. Peter Matthews, another big man, the Scotsman, joining back with the Flakers. Then we've got the leading try scorer from season number 5, a man that will be 85 when the season kicks off as a reward for being the leading stat maker. Ethan Holton gets himself a little boost for the next season. Great to see him back, Ethan Holton. What a player. CJ Smith, a big part of the Flakers' success, big, powerful American back rower / second rower. Then we go to the captain. Here we go, again, Scottish, but good to see him giving a bit of representation away to the Flakers. Anderson is led from the front for this Flakers side, and again, captaining the team for another season. We've got Francois Valentine. Yep, great. It's good to see some French flair here with the Flakers. Good to see him back in the team as well. These Valentine boys, much like the Barrett boys. And here is Lucas, front row, as typically, but has spent a bit of time in the back row as well. Bernard Ankahan, how this guy wasn't player of the season, I do not know. The glue, the absolute glue for this Flakers team. Bernard Ankahan from the Flakers. Here is Connor DeMart, again, very similar name, Van der Mart before, DeMart now. Connor DeMart back for the Flakers. Pedro Porter, here we go. Some really interesting ones coming through here now for the Flakers from Spain. Good to see Pedro joining the lineup. We've got Pierre Valentine back for another season. Hopefully looking to see a bit more impact from him throughout the year. Had a pretty quiet season 5 which is surprising. The man that's been around for what seems like forever is really a prominent part of almost all teams he is on. Jacob Hone, as much like we talked about with other players, not typically big men in their positions of the centres or the halves. This guy is a powerhouse. He's tall, he's big, and he makes an impact. Jacob Hone is back, the Italian. Good to see. Now we've got Valentino Josiah in the team, the American, and he looks like he could be fun and exciting. Quick and fast on the wings. Joshua Brett, the prettiest man in World Rugby. The Canadian returns to combine the two Brett boys back together. Then we move through to Oscar now. Sorry, Oscar last season. This time, we've got the name right. Oscar Chakwara. I've probably messed it up completely, but welcome back, Oscar. If I've said that wrong, let me know how it is said properly. But we'll go with Oscar for now, back for another season in the team. Damien Martinzi in again for the Flakers. Again, halves option. Did well last year. Impacted the team a bit as well. Good to see him back. We've got Josh Fisher returning as well. Portuguese into the team for the Flakers. Outside back option for the side. Here we go. Alpha Luatani. Ooh, I like that name. It's one of those names, I've not actually practiced any of these names. This is my first off seeing a lot of them to actually say out loud, but I like Lautani. It's not Lua, no, I stuffed it up. It's Lautani. It's the A and the U around the other way. Alpha Lautani, welcome to the Flakers. Ooh, I like that name. I really, really like that name. Here we go, from Norway, Oscar Johansson. That is a beauty one to see. Looks like he's from Norway as well. Let's be fair, that's a cool one. In the midfield, hope to see a good impact from Oscar this season. Chris Darrenson. Oh, these American names just fill you with joy. He looks like it too. He looks like he's no nonsense and all about the power game in the back row. Moving on, we've got Stephen Samuel. Woohoo! More Canadians. Love to see it. At hooker at the back row as well. A good forward option here for the Flakers. And then we do have Ryan Webb, part of the cornflake trade, you know? Yes, he has joined over with the Flakers. Webb moving from the Guardians back for another season. Then we've got Milo Marcos joining the team as well. Another newcomer, scrum half option. We'll see how he rolls with the punches of the Flakers. And there we go, 24 players for these Flakers. We've got one team to go. They're not 100% full, but boy oh boy, they're only about 3 or 4 short. Let's take a look at them. Now we have at least 2 extra teams that we can build into that season of Season 5 where we had 3 sides. We've got this team here, the Pacific Toa, which I'm delighted to welcome back. A team predominantly made up from the Pacific Islands, Fiji, Samoa, Tonga, and those sorts of areas, as well as a little bit of influence from elsewhere. We've also got the Celtic Dragons, which if required we can bring into the season, and the Bolters. Maybe they'll be an AI team, maybe they'll be a subscriber team. At this stage, it's looking like the Bolters may come in as that little bit of a freak AI side in the competition. But let's look at first things first. The Pacific Toa are back. They are going to be back for season number 6. And I can't wait to see them in action. Again, beautiful kits, right? Absolutely phenomenal looking kits. Can't wait to see more of these out on the paddock as well. Maybe we'll change that border colour on the left one to give it a bit of a black outline. We'll see how it looks in game. But let's have a look at the teams the players who have signed up for this team at the moment. And these ones are going to be fun. Let's dig in. First, we've got from Tonga, Fitu Folau joining the team. A lot of front row options here for the Toa. I love seeing this. Johnny Parkinson coming in for the Samoans as well. More in the front row. Love to see it. James Celotti joining also from Samoa. Another front row option here for the Toa. Then we've got Gordon Smith. Good to see this coming in as well. A Zimbabwean. Woohoo! How good to see that in the big boys for the Toa. Then we've got Hanko Pina coming from Cameroon. Good to see the likes of the countries coming from all over the world. This guy's versatile, man. Front row, midfield, don't matter. He can do both. Then we've got a little bit of a trade-off here. Bringing these boys back home where I think they really want to be. Daniel Adumaru, probably watching this video and going, well, didn't I play for the Flakers last year? Yeah, you did. Now you're transferring, provided you're okay with it, across to the Toa. Cameroonian, not quite Pacific, but still good enough to add that flair of these boys. It fits well, I do feel. Here we go, back to Tonga, Sione Faumata. Oh, these names just roll so good. Back row, power, that's what they're all about, man. That is what they're all about. Daniel Kolo coming from Fiji. He's fast, he's elusive, and he's going to be dangerous as well. Moving through back to Tonga, we've got Torel Johnson joining the team. Fly half, combination midfield. Looks like he could be a dangerous sort of customer as well. Moving into the second Adumero this time, and it's David joining back with the Toa. Good to see them going back to the roots, right? Back from Cameroon into the Pacific Toa, looking to make an impact of experience. Here's a man that's going to get you something. All-star player making a trade to the Toa. Daryl Gray. How good to see an absolute menace in that midfield. We've got from Tonga, Rico Vakafai joining in the wing department. Again, young, explosive Tongan will make waves. I can't wait to see him in action as well. Another one making the trade, another from Fiji, Jabari Karoi. Really was a standout. Utterly a standout for the Flakers last season, and he will be a huge coup for the specific Toa side. Moving on, we've got another one from Tonga who we've got Lakipi Funua. If I've said these names wrong, do let me know, but I like the challenge. Lakipi Funua. Love to see it, first time saying it from Tonga. He's a fullback and a fullback. Lovely work. Moving through to Anthony Kahana. Here we go, Namibian. Joining in, fullback, right winger, pacey and powerful. Love to hear as well. Good to see Karoi and Kahana on the wing together. Ooh, I like the looks of that. Daniel Brill makes a trade as well. Moving across, Romanian, joining in to the band of brothers here at the Pacific Toa. We've got Michael Joseph as well, filling in some positional roles here. The second row on the back row was rather weak for the Toa, so this is a bit of balancing out with some of these guys like Brill, Joseph as well, joining back in, and Mike Hunt also joining the ranks. They don't really need a front rower here, but I thought his exploits in the back row is a little powerful, nuggety, little troublemaker at the ruck. That's what Hunt can do well and will be a welcome addition to this Toa side as well. Joining also in the ranks from Australia, a man who can certainly make some problems out wide, Corey Davidson. Again, he's got that little bit of wits about him to play in the halves as well, so we'll see him certainly add a little bit of that dimension to the Toa game. Then we've got 4 spots free, so we'll see how those rack up over the next coming days. One of those could be yours if you want it. So come on, join in, hit that subscribe button, and make your player a reality for the GRC season number 6. And that, my friends, is all we've got time for. In actual fact, that's probably way more than we've got time for, but that's a bit of a recap, a bit of an update, a little bit of a show and tell as to who is involved, where you are, what you look like, and things like that. If you want any changes, get it in the comments as soon as you can so we can make that happen. Otherwise, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for signing up as well. Any latecomers, do it now. Get involved and make sure you're ready for season number 6, where the Guardians are looking to defend their crown. I will see you all very soon for the start of the season. There will be a final update video, which will be like this one, but probably a bit quicker. We'll just skim through and see who is where. Not so much in depth like this one. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got to see your player in action. If I've missed anyone, let me know in the comments. If I've missed something about your player, again, let me know. This is what this video is all about. Get anyone extra that wants to sign up, as well as fixing anyone who have made errors on as well. So let me know who and what and where and whatever else, and we'll see you out there on the field. Until Season 6 gets underway, I can't wait for this to finally get underway. Season 6 of the GRC here on Rugby Challenge 4. Until then, thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.